We're back here for another Shadow Era stream. Today's going to be a dev day. We're going to be fixing bugs and improving the game. That's why you'll see I'm here in the Unity editor. I have full control to edit even as I play. Now, if you watched any of the other streams, you might have noticed me complaining about the targeting with Zaladar. When you have a weapon and an ability at the same time, by default, when you drag, it's going to do the attack. Let me just give myself a weapon to demonstrate. Give myself some resources. So in this case, I have both an attack and an ability. But when I drag, it's gonna default to attacking with the red targeting. Now the purplish color is for ability, but you probably won't notice that it's red. The natural thing to do, obviously, if you can have an attack and ability, is you're probably going to use the ability first, because attack totally exhausts the hero, so you won't be able to use the ability. So many times I wanted to use the ability on something, I ended up dragging, and then I did an attack when I didn't want to, and it's horrible because you lose durability on your weapon and stuff like that. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do today is change it so that if you have both attack and ability, dragging is going to do ability by default. Well, maybe I should just do that just for the hero. There are some allies such as Jasmine that have both an ability, activated ability, and an attack. But with allies, you're mostly used to dragging means attack. So I'm not sure if it would make sense to change it for allies too. That might confuse people more because they're used to dragging the allies to attack. And if suddenly you drag it and you use your ability, then that's going to be the reverse. I don't think I've ever made a mistake with an ally, but I make the mistake all the time with the hero. Let's go into the code editor and see if we can change that default. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly where stuff is, but I have a good idea where to start. Card object contains everything about card. Just gonna search for drag. Starting drag. That sounds like it might be it. Okay, so the hero cast, we can attack, show attack. So if it's a hero and he can attack, then so showcast is going to be true and show attack is going to be true. That's the problem. And then show attack gets called and cast doesn't get called. So let's go through that again. Attack for the hero. Show abilities would be in here. If it's a hero, you can turn off show attack. I think just like that, that would solve all my frustrations. Let's try. Can it be that easy? Just go into a quick battle. Look at this fancy testament here. Get myself a frying pan. Resources. Okay, so we can attack an ability. What's gonna happen? It is ability. It's fixed. My problems are fixed. Drag to use ability. Once ability is done, I could still drag to attack because there's only one thing. That's amazing. So just like that, it worked. I'm just going to demonstrate how you would attack if you somehow wanted to save your resources but still attack. Then you need to go to attack. Attack. But by default, you probably want to use your ability. Amazing. Now I should mention one other targeting related thing that I did notice is this special for target. Before it would stop once there is only two. We would like do two and then it would disappear and start a new targeting line. I'll just wait and see if we can cast another ally so I can demonstrate the change there. So now with burst, I already changed this today because this was something that also annoyed me. Before, when you did this third one, it would disappear, and now it maintains the targeting lines no matter how many targets there are. So that was another important fix. So there we go. We can use an ability by default now. Let's check that off the list. That's huge for me. I don't know if it really bothered anyone else, but that I fell for that so many times. It's so annoying. Now, one other thing I noticed was Serena. Check for Serena. What's her last name? Thought Ripper. I noticed her pop-up text. This pop-up text here would always display by mistake, even if the weapon was not buffed. So let's just verify that. Let me switch to Serena. Serena's there. What's that button's going? Didn't complete any missions with Serena yet. So the bug with Serena is when she has a weapon, it would display the pop-up text when it shouldn't. Let's give her a frying pan. Add some resources. Cast it. Yeah, there. So you shouldn't say +2 attack. It doesn't have the buff yet. If I did that, it wouldn't say +2 attack. Now it should say +2 attack. Yeah. Okay. So this checks if the card is a weapon, but we don't actually check if we use the ability, which is this. Used ability. Ability, there should be no text. Just verify quickly. And we actually have a weapon. Need some resources. Yep, so just ambush, there's no buff there. Let's cast this. Displays targeting, you didn't need it to. Now it has the plus type. So I noticed if you drag her, she doesn't have targets, but somehow I can drag her to use the ability and it gave me a targeting line. Maybe I'm not gonna fix that today, but I'll take a note of it. It's like minor bug. But that pop-up help could be confusing, so I'm glad we fixed that. What else? I think there was a bug someone mentioned on the forum. Bug reports. Yeah, it's this one. Using the cloak to bring back market. One durability to do. Zero durability does not destroy the artifact. Metamorphic cloak on black market. Okay, I'm gonna test that quickly, see if it is a bug. Okay. So I want metamorphic cloak. Resource. Where's the ability? Target other item gains one. Okay. Yeah. And the black market, the AI. And gives the AI some resources, so it has no choice but to cast it. The black market used it. So we're gonna use the ability on this down to 1. No, but he's probably gonna use it again. Don't use it, don't use it. Don't use it, good. Okay, I didn't use it. Because the bug is when I use this when it's on 1 durability. Yeah, it's not destroyed, it's still there. Bit of a bug state. Metamorphic cloak, black market. That is definitely a bug. Let's find market. Where's the other one? Metamorphic cloak. Target enemy item. So this is a new thing that was sort of added recently. This is the old effect down here. And here's the code where it's using the build durability. Okay, I think we're gonna make a test case. Let's copy the framework for the test case. This card didn't have any test cases at all yet. copy 8 assign 0. Item. So this is the cloak. So you've got this black market. Which one is this one? Indicate black market. 8. Side 1. That's what it has. Ability. I cast test card, which means ability. Set target. Market. And if we wait a while, the expected result is going to be, should be true that black graveyard contains black market should be destroyed. So that's enough for the test case. I'm going to leave it in there, but to test it quickly, because we don't want to wait like a minute, I'm going to put it in the special test, quick single test. So open up our unit test scene. Run it. Yeah, it failed. It was not destroyed like it should have been. And there, so this didn't work. It wasn't destroyed like it should have been. So now, when we fix the bug, the test should pass to prove that it was fixed. And then it could never occur again, because it's going to be running like thousands of tests to check before every release. The bug will never happen again. So what is the problem? So this is the problem. It's just minusing the durability. But it doesn't work that way. It's actually, this is what should be happening. Because this special function, it decreases it and then does all the checks if it's destroyed or not. So instead of minusing durability, decrease durability. And that should fix the bug. Go back and run the test again. 0 failed. There we go. So bug is fixed. And if we ran all this, it's also included in the 1,000 or 2,000 or so tests. It'll always be checked that the bug is fixed. And just for good measure, we will test it in the game so you can sort of visually verify that it's working. Okay, what was this? We need metamorphic cloak. And they need black market. Okay. So let's send testing. They will cast black market. use it. Or to draw a card, that seems super hot. But then it costs 2 less to cast it, so I guess it's a trade-off. So you steal my card, but then it costs 2 less to summon it. Okay, so what we want to do, let's use this, and hope he doesn't use the ability this time. See, that was mine, so it costs 2 less, that's fine. We cast it. Oh, darn it. So I have to do that all over again, because he used it. Alright, give him... Oh yeah, he does have... Okay, he has a ton of them already, so... I guess I'll just wait for him. Cast another one. Okay, so... I'll use it. Target. Never mind. So I have to get it down. Hopefully he'll use it now. There we go. Goes down to 1 durability. So my Morphic Cloak. Is it armor? No, Metamorphic Cloak. No? So now the bug performs that it was not destroyed. Now it should be fixed, so it should be destroyed. It's destroyed. Alright. Thanks for reporting that bug. People who report bug get a free pick a card. That means you can pick any card and get the foil version of it. You can have a legendary foil, whatever you want. So it is fixed. We are making great progress, just fixing all these bugs. What else? Oh, something that I noticed in my gameplay is that the AI uses transference way too much. Well, let me see, I think it was Rogue. I'm Rogue and I play against Elemental. I don't have enough missions on her yet. I don't know if I played Lance any. Yeah, this account doesn't have her elite unlocked, so I probably won't be able to demonstrate it. To play against an elemental. I know this. Maybe. He's only level 1, level 2. Oh, there we go. So maybe he has transference. I turn on test so I can see the cards in his hand. That's bad. I think I broke the game. It's not drawing now. It didn't give me 7 cards to draw. Clicked on it too soon. Yeah, this guy's not getting transference. There it is. So yeah, so he's drawing a card way too soon. Cost 2 to draw a card. My deck. think that's fair. Before he would do it like early in the game, you already have like 5 cards. And with the low resources, he would play it to draw a card when he doesn't really need to. I think you'd want to save it a bit later in the game. It just felt weird because like right away he was just drawing a card instead of playing an ally that he could have. I'm going to tweak it a little bit to maybe wait until there's more resources. Transference is 125. Let's check out the card 125. Okay, so that's why. It's usually a good idea. So this is a special override function that gives sort of a score on what card it should be, what card the AI should use. It's usually a good idea to do this if extra resources are available. So I'm just going to check. Resources count. When would you play this? If it's like greater than or equal to 5, play it. Otherwise, we don't want to play it. It should hold out until he has 5 total resources, and then he can start drawing a card. I think it's allow him to cast more allies at the start of the game. That would make a huge difference. A lot of the times when I hit that elemental, he just did 2 transferences in a row and I just got allies out and he was dead before he knew it. So this will make a big difference for the AI. Now if the cards don't have this AI action score, what the code does is sort of it uses each card and finds out the relative value of the total board score. So like how many allies they are, what the health is. So it basically is like a brute force. The AI in its brain will try each card in sequence and find out what the best result was. But this kind of thing would give it sort of a lower score so that it wouldn't try it if we had more resources. Let's go back and see if it made a difference and it won't cast that card. If it had something else available, it would use it. I think it was this by coincidence, yep. Okay, let me wait until it draws. That's the see there's that 2 transference again. Cost of 2, I think. Before it was playing it way too early, now it's gonna wait and play allies. Probably be better, so it sacrificed one of them. It has 2, so it doesn't want to play that. Just sacrifice to play this instead. Probably have to look into the sacrificing logic. Saving this bear while it had low cost cards that it could have used. That's enough transference, alright. Yeah, so cats of that instead of transference. Yep, it's still favoring allies until later in the game. But it didn't hang on to the transference. It should get rid of them. That's fine. It's kind of a luck of the draw kind of thing. Now it would use transference if I had it. There's 11 cards in the deck. See that position has allies. Low cost allies are out. I don't know if he has any more transference. Die in like 1 turn. thought I survived 6 turns. Okay. So that was much better. Before, he would cast 2 transference right away. And it was kind of over before I could do anything. We are just flying along with the bug fixes. Checking my notes now. Majaya. Let me go to Majaya. Oh, there's one. Let me see. Let me load. And go to deck. So Zaladar. I have a lot of the campaign missions completed for him. This is the second map. This is the first map. There was a bug that if I'm on the second map and I load something like Lance that's on the first map, and I go there, it'll give me an empty second map. No, it's fine, it's on the first map. I don't know if I fixed that or if it's just more difficult to reproduce. Where's the first map? Yeah, I'm automatically starting at the second map. It's rare. Okay, I'll have to look into that later. Not reproduce that easily. On the first map, load a hero. Yep, it's going to the right map. Maybe it's just a certain hero. What card was missing? Oh, look at that. This was added recently. You want to buy that card from the merchant? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute here. That stream is not on the correct format. Save deck. Okay, this might be difficult to debug. I'd have to step through. Let's see what exactly it is. That there's an error there with the new cards. Second time we called it. Gotta just try that one more time. So this allows me to put a breakpoint and run the game, and then when it hits that line of code, it's going to stop and let me examine everything that's going on. It looks like there was a problem in the recent code that we did for buying a card. It's missing. There's 3 alt. Oh, I have 1 blockchain Alden. So I do have 4 Aldens. I don't take this on. That's the first time. Let's continue. Yeah, so it did buy an Alden for me. I'm gonna go and sell it. Let's read about it. Let's sell 1 Alden at the merchant so we can try to reproduce this issue. So this means I'm not going to have enough cards to load the deck now. I may try. First time. So we got it before. Buy all cards now for the merchant. Yes, please. Continue game. I could see. It's nothing. New cards array was nothing. -1 slot -2. What was this? Get imported deck. So for some reason this did not return anything. Imported deck string. Can't see what that is right now. Game manager, that's fine. Game manager. Reported deck string was nothing. Last time I was testing that feature with the imported. Okay, I see my folly there. How do I stop? Stop. So, originally, I made that feature. I programmed it when you were doing an import code and you didn't have anything. Now I'm doing just the load button. So the import code is nothing. So when I call this here, this import complete. So here, so this kind of makes the wrong assumption that it was an import code. If it's not, if it's like just unloading the deck, don't want to do that. So I wonder what might be something. Okay, I have to record if it's a load or an import. That's what I have to do. So where does it do this? It's from the GUI. This is where it does all this. This card count. This is where it says it's missing the total price. Buy all cards now and it will cost. So we have to sort of record what these are. Hero and slot. I did that before, but I didn't use it. And now I realize that I do need it. Is there anything else called this, or is it just... Let me see. It's just started as coroutine. I'm not going to call it import complete. I'm going to call this with the same value. Made a bad assumption. What I want to do. What's it called? Using called something. Hero. It's fine. It's locked. There we go. Gotta fix that assumption. Call this function and get the right cards array. Yep. It's a good thing I tested that. I wouldn't want to have that bug live when the next release is done. So I did buy the Alden. I'm gonna have to sell the Alden again. Merchant. Cards. So one deck. So I gotta load a song. We're missing Alden. Back to the merchant, yes, please. Boom, there we go. Okay, so that bug was fixed. I kind of lost my train of thought what I was originally going. That was the campaign if it's like map 1, map 2. Yep, that is working. Okay, let's move on. I wanted to load Majaya. I played against her in the campaign, and I noticed she doesn't have any special effects for her ability. Her ability is target opposing ally takes 3 fire damage and draw a card, so that should be a fairly simple effect. Fire. Let me just give the AI some resources so that it can cast something. And it doesn't cast an ally. Okay. Go. Here's another case if I had a frying pan. Full hand. If I had a frying pan. There's another case of attack and ability. I might have done this before it would be attack, but now it's ability. Wow, it just shows the damage doesn't do anything. Poor Majaya. 3 fire damage. I think we could come up with something. Let's go into our effect library. There's a lot of fire stuff. Let me just see where that card is. So there's the card here. So why don't we test out, just test out all the fires? Sure. Fire beam strike, that sounds good. Oh no, I don't think she would use a beam. Maybe she would. She kind of has a white glow to it, but it is fire damage. But I think that she'd be arcane damage, but she's not. Princess Fire. That could work. Yeah. That's sort of like confirm. Ah, it's explosion. It could work. I think I used that too much already. It's really fire. Kind of matches that if it was white. Fire, it has to be. Yeah, we should orange, right? Flaming explosion. Ooh. Kind of a lot, but it's a hero ability, so that'll work. If I added some sound effects, that should be her new ability, right? That's pretty good. So we're gonna flaming explosion, and we're gonna add some sound effects to this. Okay. Maybe I'll copy one of the ones that has all these settings. Explosion, right? The sound. No, we don't want this sound, but we'll just see what it's like if it was this sound. That's not bad. It kind of doesn't match, but the timing's okay. That actually might work. How to use that same sound so many times. Near explosion A. What near explosion B? It's different. Fire. Yeah. I want to use the same sound for everything. Should I try B? Is that fire? It's flaming explosion. Let's try it with E instead. That's nice. Could use some more volume. Was that fire fighting explosion? Right? Let me should write this down. Could use some more volume, maybe like just one volume. Yeah. What do you think? It's good? Having some distortion. The pitch is 1.1. Try just a control pitch. Okay. We're gonna leave it like that. How many seconds does it take? 2 seconds to emit, 2 seconds to destroy. 2, 3. I want the game to continue after 2 seconds. So fire, flaming explosion. Continue after 2 seconds. Majia's crystals 15. Okay, we'll go to 15. On usability, so here's where we would. Here's where we would play the effect. Let's just copy from somewhere. There's the code. We don't want blood. We want, let me see if it's even used. This is aiming with an explosion, was it? Firefighting explosion. So that's fine when this is used. It's used a lot. So this is quite overused, this fire. Now we're gonna have explosion. So everyone about 2 seconds, the game should continue. And it's fire flame. Right? Fire flame explosion. Fire flame explosion, so change this. There we go. And Majaya has effect for her ability. Let's go back to the game and try it out for real. Only opposing allies. Let's hope they cast some allies. Of course. There we go. So here is a test of the new Majaya. Woo! Not bad. Certainly better than nothing. That leads me to the next point. As hard as it is to believe, some people don't like these effects. They would rather not see them at all. Having the options, gameplay, and combat animation. So that actually is the old sort of zoomed cards that go right up into your face. Let's try it. Turn that on, let's see what that is. Of course I can attack things a lot. Trying to test something here. So, zoomed combat. Like that. I think no one is ever gonna want that. Actually, it's not too bad, but by default it's off. I did get a close view of the card, but I mean, just bumping is so much faster. I think it's safe to say that nobody is ever gonna want that. The default is off. So maybe we could change this to be effect animations or card effect animations. So that if you have it default, it's going to be on, but if you have it off, it's not going to display any card effects at all. It's going to be super quick. So that's kind of 2 in 1. We're going to remove something old and add, or at least change it to something else. Here's the options panel. There's a bit of GUI programming here. Under the gameplay, graphics, but gameplay, go. Combat animations. Switch to the scene, 2D. There we go. This is what we want to change. Label, combat animations. The problem is, as you can see, it's translated into like these different languages. Since if you change the text to something else, like card effects, was it going to be card effect animation? Card effect animations? You have to change all of these. So I'll leave that as like an exercise for later. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget, but it's gonna be so let me write that down. So animations default is on. So let's set this back the way it was. Graphics and turn options off. Actually, I needed to check. So when it's changed, it's gonna call this on toggle combat animations changed. Header menu. Let me go. Let me save that first. Save the scene. Don't forget. So it's under header menu. On something. Call animations change. All right. It's an options. And we're setting game first. Okay, so this, I'm going to set a different game prefs now. So combat animations, it's called effect animations. Effect animations. I'm just going to check where this is used. Let's search the whole project for that. Because we're getting rid of that. Okay. So this is sort of checking if that's set. 0 means the default value, let's default to off. Problem is now this is never going to exist. There's no way to change it. So if somehow you set it on and I do this, it's always going to be on and you're not going to be able to change it. So I'm just going to comment this out because it's never going to be used anymore. Just never going to do that anymore. Never shows anymore. This whole thing could actually go away, but we'll just comment out just a spot for now. It's getting rid of all this old code that's still used. It's original Zoom code. I forget if I actually left mine on or off. That's the point. So now this variable, we'll change it later, but we don't want this comma for it. It's going to be harder. Default is going to be 1. So this sets the initial state of the toggle. Missions. Okay. So that's the variable, but now we're not using this new variable. This card affected emissions. This is how we want to call it. So where will we use this? Whenever we call the effects. So it's right here, the do effect. This is all effects now get routed through here. So card animations. Default is 1. So if it's set to 1, then we'll do the effect. Otherwise, we're not going to do anything. I think that's it. Simple like that. I know it should make a lot of people happy. Let's test it out. So the first thing we did was the options menu. Our effect animations, it's set on by default. So let's go test it out if it's on. Fireball's a perfect example. Oh, but then it's not even going to show the rain. Come on, you have to have rain at least. So it's on. So it's on Fireball. How can you not like that? Come on. Gameplay, turn it off. Give me another Fireball. Yeah, it still did it. Is there any errors or anything? No. Oh. Options. It's on. It didn't go off. Off. What was it? Options. Ah, it's not saving for some reason. Why not? Options. Combination. So it's calling this was changed. Total combination. The problem is this is a string, so if I spell that wrong, then I'm in trouble. Let me look now for perfect images. So it's getting the default as 1. Setting it. Ah, animation. Fail. See, I mentioned that was a problem. You have to spell it right, otherwise it's not going to set it correctly. All right. Yes. So now it should be able to turn off. Try that again. Luckily, I have Fireball. Let's give me some resources on our options. Gameplay, turn it off. Go back to options, it is off. And when you cast the Fireball, it still did a Fireball. It's off, right? So I'm just gonna check. Fireball is card 71. Fireball, doing effect. Let's do effect. And it's here too. Sometimes it calls this, sometimes it calls this. So if it's equal to 0, if you want. No, that's an oversight on my part, so now no matter what, it's going to check here. I guess I don't need this. You just check in one space, it's fine. It's just going to always check in here. Save it, and one more time. Doing a lot of work just to remove the effects. But I guess people should have a choice whether they want them or not. It's always good to let people choose. Some people just like a quick game and don't care about the effects. Okay, let me check settings. Opens off. Very lightning. Oh, that was so boring. Fireball. Oh my gosh. So, there you go. You can have it in boring mode if you want, but I certainly prefer card effect animations. Yeah, that is much better. Alright, that is another feature we could check off. So we built this toggle for card effect animations. We removed the old pop-up hero or whatever. Maybe I should test that. Let me get a hero. Not a hero, ally that can attack. Pop-up attack animations. Who's the guy with haste? I don't know, I can't think of anybody with haste right now. So, yeah, it does quick attack. So that's all fine. Now I'm making great progress today. I kind of have to dig in my notes. Any other effects that I noticed? Smite, that was one. Smite doesn't, I think it looked wrong on the hero. That's a lot of things wrong there. I got some warnings. That some old scripts were on there that are missing. So Smite did not look correct on here, but if they had an ally, it actually looked more correct. But there's no sound still. Let me try it on an ally. See the difference. Right. Yeah, see, does that properly on an ally, but not on the hero. That is unusual. No sound. Crystal's 99. Should probably gonna like be called smite or something. Okay, 99. Old Smite Priest. Yep, here we go. Old Smite Priest. Let's affect Smite Priest. Taking 4 seconds. That's pretty long. Let's see if we can't speed this up. This didn't always look that big, did it? Not sure what happens in a normal game. Outside of the editor, I don't think it's that. I'll have to fix that in a bit. Anyways, Smite SFX. Oh, forgot already. What's it called? Smite Priest. Smite Priest has missing scripts, so I'm just gonna stop for now. Open the prefab. Yeah, it has a lot of stuff. Save and failed. Okay, there's a lot of missing scripts. All this stuff doesn't work anymore. Yeah, this doesn't work. I'm just gonna remove it. Click on each individual component. You can see how it behaves, and I'll just animate. So this is kind of like a glowy. This is the main bar. Collider and animation. I think this is like shockwave type of thing. Trial. This animation. Mesh, doing a lot of things. But this was made like 10 years ago in a very different system for animating effects. Back before Unity effects, these are like hand animated effects. It's like frame based animations. Most of them still look pretty cool. They could be sped up a bit. Just checking for any more scripts on there that are bad. Okay. So the one thing was that this didn't work on the hero. The thing with the hero is that it's scaled. I don't have my fancy script, so let me save that, please. And all the new effects, you might notice there's this script, Particle System Fixer. This means that it'll go through all the emitters and force it to emit for a certain time, destroyed by a certain time, and it'll fix the settings so that it's scaled properly. This is a custom script that I made. Sets the scaling mode, gets all the particle systems, stops it from emitting. Yeah. Pretty simple, but it's very effective when you have old scripts. Welcome to pause the screen and write that down. So let me copy this particle system fixer. Put it on that script. Where did it go? Smite It's my priest, so put it here. Said it was. It. I don't know, it's something like 4 seconds. And then destroy right after. I'm just gonna try this. Let me go to. Let me just try it in the game. Need sound too. But it didn't work on hero, so I want the big hero card. Oh, see, it's not doing that at all. So, we just get this hero card. That's the hero. Smite Priest. Pause it. Now, what is going on here? This Smite Priest. This was supposed to be. Check this Kingdom mode hierarchy. That's correct. I don't see any particles. I know it's not. Why? I don't know what happens to this. Could be submit it and then it works. This emits. Might be the animation, since it's not a particle effect, it's an actual animation. It crashed. Thanks, Unity. Let's start it up. That almost never happens. Unless you're on a live stream. It's odd crashing on me. I'll just go to my test scene. There's a quick way that I can test effects on the card. Let me drag out the smite. Yeah, see, oh, it works fine. Huh. That's interesting. But if it was a hero scaled like 2 times for the hero, then I do Smite Priest. See? Does not like the scaling. That's probably something in the animation that I don't know if I can fix easily. Anyways. But for now, at least we can give it some sound. That's way too slow. This one's kind of complicated. So this waits 2.3 seconds and then it explodes. This Mids for 2.8 seconds. So I could speed that up. Speed up the first line so that it's like half the time. Let's emit the line for like 1 second and then it split. Just delay 1 second. What are all these things? These have custom animations on all of them. Yeah, these are doing weird things. So I think I'll have to change the animations manually. Last time it crashed when I tried to go to the animate. Gosh, I don't know. So yeah, you can see it's sort of waiting until 2.2 seconds to do it. Want to drag it after 1 second. So we're just going to drag it over to 1. And set the animation. This song gets dragged around by this movement. Swipe sword. Swipe sword. There's one animation. Okay. These all are fixed to be after 1 second, so now it should be faster. Jeez, crash again. Unity. Unity. Never used to crash on me. Now it's crashing all the time. I fixed the animation anyway, sped it up. Just have to test it. And add some sound. Let's go back to that test scene. Start it up. Get my Snipe Priest ready. Yeah, I should see if it actually saved all of my hard work. Yes, 1 second only, 1 second. I'm gonna check the animation. It might crash. So I'll just try Snipe Priest. 1, so it kind of didn't explode when I wanted it to. Yeah, it should explode earlier would be nice, please. Explode. At least 1 second. It's for 0.8. So it's time to explode. No, I think that explode is actually this little thing. It's kind of in the wrong spot. Let me see. Explode. Yeah, it's the other things that you wanted faster. So I guess it's these planes, isn't it? There's 2. There's some shockwaves. Okay, this is the item that we need to change. Don't crash, please. There, we can see it starting at 220. No, we want it. Oops, I don't want this. I need the whole thing to start. There go. So there was just another animation in here. There's the explosion, spike ground. Luckily we could change stuff while the game is still running. Priest. Okay, that's faster. This thing's, what is it? This is the main bar, right? Yeah. This needs to come faster. This is like, so we want it to get there twice as fast, right? This should mean that it'll get there twice as fast. There we go. That's not bad. Just need some sound effects. And that explosion part is off. Yeah, why is it off on the exit? Why? It just means let's see what it means. Let's try that out. Still sort of down there. Smart priest. I just set it 0, 0. Let me try that. Yeah. Kind of gets clipped by the card. So that's 0, 0, Z. So let's go up a little bit. Yeah, so it has like some velocity or something that's pushing it in that direction. And just offset it a bit. Alright, let's try that. Should look better. Priest. Still a little bit off, but it's better. Let me get some sound. It's gonna be a good sound. Look at it one more time. It's kind of like a energy type sound. So copy this sound thing. Put it on. Put it on the smite list. Don't want an explosion. Kind of want to be like an arcane type of sound. Kind of. Something like that, but slower. We could try slowing that down, or we could have two sounds. Then it could be this and then an explosion. I'm gonna try this arcane burst sound. Smite. East. it's going to be arcing bursts. I want it slowed down a bit. Try that now, so my priest. Maybe slow down quite a bit or speed up that initial bar. Delay it. Delay it a little bit. And let's slow down. That's almost there, right? Not bad. Try. Delay. That's not bad. There's still that offset explosion there. This explosion is bothering me. Kind of far away. Let's really offset. Maybe I don't know the proper direction. Okay, I'm gonna pause it and then move it. I'm ready to pause. Ready, pause. And let's see exactly where it is. Where it should be, but it's actually can't be that because it's not gonna admit all its buttons. It should be up like that. Maybe I'll copy that. Go. Paste those values. No. Try that one more time. There. Perfect, right? Does this sound okay? Yes. It's kind of too dark blue. Where's the actual smite card? Yeah, it's like almost a whitish blue. Like turquoise, whitish turquoise almost. Maybe we can adjust that a little bit. Just this blue one is kind of dark. Well, yeah, see how dark it is? Luckily, it's really easy to change. So many colors that are like exactly the same. One color I want it lighter. Is that better? Bright. It's kind of dull, doesn't look very bright. Let me try it. It's my priest. See, that's better. I think that's a lot better. Kind of matches the card. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll mark that as done. Smite. Doesn't work on heroes still. I'll try one more time. White. Ah, see? Weird. Somehow it does work on hero? It doesn't get there in time. It's scaled, so it's too far away, and it doesn't get there in time. That's the problem. It's starting far away, so with double scale, it's double the far away with the same velocity. The velocity is not scaling. Is it okay now, or should I fix it? I think it's okay. Whatever, right? I think it's okay. I sped it up, so it is now at least making it to the hero sort of when it explodes, so maybe I'll try it in a real game just to verify that it looks okay. A lot of work for one effect, right? But priests do like this one. Or if I give the AI smite. And beast. Smite on the hero. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, there's a big delay in that. It's way too long of a delay. Let's see if he'll cast smite on me. And that's perfect, yeah, that's fine. Way too long. Should be done like now. Okay. We can fix that. In effects. Second, now it's going to be twice as fast. That's why it's important to test things in game. Right. It's my everybody gets resources. Let's try it. Yeah, that's fine. Why didn't it cast? He's not casting. Why? Just check if there's any debugging messages. Smite scars -20. So he's, for some reason, he's thinking it's better to do nothing. That's really unusual because you just cast it before. Good. Yep, that's kind of about right. Okay. It seems good. I don't know why I didn't play it that one time. I'll have to look into that. Let's effects for smite. Let's check that off. Next thing is Ice Storm. This is kind of another old effect. There's no allies. I am ally. Ice Storm. It is really slow, with no sound. So let's check it out. Crystal's 94. Okay, so it's either opponent or player. Well, there's two different effects. Old Ice Storm Priest opponent. Ice Storm Priest. Let me find that. Ice Storm Priest. Enemy or player? So enemy means it's going to be over here. Player, it's just positioned over there. Same but different Z positionings. Yikes. It's delayed 2.7 seconds. So what's happening? It's snowing first. What is that? I don't know what that is. Storm sparks. It's like a snow. Doing that in 3.7 seconds. It's snowing. And this too. It's kind of. I don't know if you even see the clouds. Supposed to look something like this. It's snowing first for 3 seconds, and then these come down 2.7 seconds. There's a million of them. Shard, and they're animated. Okay, let me check the animation quickly. Please don't crash. Looks like this is like around the 2-second mark. So 2 seconds, this is animated. So the ice shards go down, then they explode. 2 seconds. I definitely don't want it to snow for 2 seconds and then come down. Snow for half a second maybe, and then come down. See, this is around 2.55 seconds, I think. It explodes. 2.7 when it explodes. Okay, so new timing is gonna be snows Stone Animal. Move. Oh, we got those three, so let's move this. Let's snow for like half a second now. Speed this way up. So snow, and then these will immediately fall down, and then 2 seconds it's gonna explode. Luckily these all have the same animation, so it's all gonna animate the same. Explode. Is it gonna explode? 1.3, 1.4 it should explode. 1.4. So it's storming for how long? It's not. Should be fall down at 1.4. Should by the time they fall down, it should stop. Stop snowing, right? Then I need my vertical fixer. Let's copy this vertical fixer. What was that? Is it working on enemy or player? I don't know. I have to do them both anyway. 2.7. This is what player? Enemy. 1.4. It's working on enemy. I wanted to add this. Or is fine, it should be done by 4 seconds. But the game can continue at like 2 seconds. 3 maybe, we'll see. So I needed to copy this. 1.4. Issue player, open that. These just had the animation I changed. Not 3.7, I forget what it was, let me check. It's 1.4. Let's just check this timing now. Back to the game. Nice storm. Let's see if it's any faster. It's definitely faster. So you don't see the cloud. I see kind of like a bright blue something there. Snowing right away, falls down right away. Something like bright blue at the top of the screen. Was that the storm? No, it's this thing. What is this thing? Plane? Cloud's not bright blue. Maybe I'll pause it next time. Just, but it's like right at the top. What are we doing here? Yeah, you don't see any bright blue stuff. These are the planes. That's what it should have been. So this is also off. Delay 1.4 seconds and doing the search effect. It's the shadow so breaks apart. We've never seen this plane. I can probably go ahead and delete it or just deactivate it at least for now. So it's enemy. Player. Deactivate these bright blue things. Did I mention these effects are like 10 years old? I don't think we see this cloud either. You just sort of see a little bit of snow. It's called storm sparks. Right. I don't really want to pre-warm because then it'll just pop in. It's kind of nice if it starts up. I got rid of the bright blue. Let's think about sounds. Play it again. My player. I could add it to the scene. Let me just add it. Player. So it needs kind of. It doesn't look that great, to be honest. Yeah, see, the enemy got deleted, but these player objects are still around. This fixer. Oh, sound. Okay, I'm gonna load up my test scene. Gotta think about sound. We had like a howling wind and then ice. Ice. We don't have much here. Probably gonna have to think about sound later because I'm obviously gonna have to import some new sound effects. Ice attack. That'd be good for the hit. Yeah, I can just do that. So when the things explode. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm gonna go smite. I'm gonna go to smite and copy this and then put it on Ice Storm. And it was called Ice Tech. Just have it a normal pitch. That was the delay. We're running, let's That's that's pretty good. We just need like some howling wind. Yeah, that works. Howling wind. Do we have any howling wind? Not, I don't think so. Yeah, definitely gonna have to come up with a custom sound for that. Yeah, just like a wind sound. Yeah, I'll make a custom sound for that. But otherwise, it's not bad. Copy that and put it on the player as well. Try the player position. Yeah. A little bit of howling wind and it'll be fine. So what is that? Ice storm. That's about all the time we have today, but I think we made great progress. We added the new feature to turn off effects if people don't like the effects. Fixed bugs. We fixed my major complaint, which was the targeting default. For hero, if it's going to be attack or ability, now the default's going to be ability, so I won't make that mistake anymore. I'll be happy. I think we made great progress today. So tomorrow is going to be another hero spotlight. I'll continue my journey, proving that this game is very free to play. I just got the Hunter deck, so I'll be playing a Hunter again and seeing if I can work my way to a Warrior deck. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye-bye.